Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is my brother Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is a show we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody hanging out in the Discord chat room. Welcome back. We are back. We have returned. We'll take a few moments to welcome everybody, and we'll run through some housekeeping stuff, and then we'll jump right into this week's project. We got a lot of community makes and a lot of fun 3D printed projects. Yes. Go ahead, Pedro. Shout out all the lovely people.
Shouting out everyone hanging out in all of the chat rooms. We are on YouTube, on Twitch, on Periscope, on Facebook. Did that one load? And of course on Discord over at discord.gg/Adafruit. Giving a couple of shout outs, everybody hanging out. Where did my tab go? Oh no, did I close it?
I got you.
There it is. I can never remember the emoji for it, or the emoticon, or the favicon.
Yeah,
the heck
that's
they
fine.
call it. Andy Calloway, Mike P, DJ Devin, to Wester, Paul Cutler, Vince, Andy Calloway. Good
hello.
morning,
everybody.
What is this Discord's telling me?
Yeah,
all these pop-ups every time I refresh. Try this.
Oh,
try
no.
that.
Oh no, everybody's attacking you. It's showtime. Cool. Well, I want to give a big shout out to everyone I met at New York City. I went to New York last week to Open Hardware Summit. I met some lovely people. I want to give some shout outs to Travis from Make Inspires, Charlene Gonda, Becky Stern, Marty from Adafruit, Thea Flowers from Winterbloom, and even Matt Griffin, who was formerly at Ultimaker and formerly Adafruit. So shout out to everybody I met. That was really fun to catch up with everybody, share projects and inspiration. It was really cool to chat with all of the lovely maker folks. And of course, Mr. and Mrs. Lady Ada and baby Luna. It was really nice to meet them. We grabbed a bite to eat and chatted it up. So it was really fun. And check out, if you want to see the talks, they're already published on the Open Hardware Summit YouTube channel, so you can check those out. Yeah, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and do some housekeeping as we do in the show. First up, we got updated free deals from Adafruit, adafruit.com/free. There are 3 tiers right now while supplies last. So for orders that are $99 or more, you're going to get a free half-sized Perma-Proto PCB. And for orders, if your order is $149 or more, you get the half-size Perma-Proto plus an Adafruit KB2040 dev board. And if your order is $200 or more, you get the free KB2040, the half-size Perma-Proto, and UPS ground shipping for continental US only. While supplies last, of course. Yeah, and the deals are automatically added to your cart, so you don't need to do any coupon codes. But if you do want to use a coupon code, we have one today that's going to be good until the end of the day. You'll get 10% off your total order if you use coupon code SNAPCASE at checkout. There's a little box at your checkout, and you just enter that into the coupon box. So check those out. That's pretty much it for the housekeeping. We're gonna keep it a little bit light because we have a lot to catch up on. So let me hide my screen.
Take a week off. The builds and the prototypes and the projects help build up.
Yeah, they do. So let me load up my Learn guide from last week. And we also released a video for the just kind of introducing the Feather RP2040 USB host. That is the latest Feather. If you're looking to do some emulation, maybe for USB peripherals, or you want to do some hacking with USB peripherals, check out the Feather RP2040 USB host. We designed a simple snap fit case that doesn't need any screws, and it's got some fun, interesting new features that we want to go through. So check out the guide if you want the files. But for now, let's check out, let's see if I can do a full screen of just me. There we go. All right. So this is our 3D printed case. It has some button actuators that lets you actuate the boot and the reset button. We got our USB-C port here. We have these M3 size tabs for mounting or zip tying. On the back, we have a nice big slot that can also be used for mounting or for passing wires through. The main USB type A connector is accessible on the back here. And then we also have a nice opening for the STEMMA QT port. And shout out to Bill Binko for this tip. We have a DIY LED diffuser that's right in front of the NeoPixel that's built in. So let me plug this in through USB-C. And you got here is a really nice, let it load here because CircuitPython's got to reload. You got this really nice DIY diffuser for the NeoPixel. So how did we do that? Well, I thought to make a light pipe, you use nylon filament, right? You could also just use a dab of hot glue. So here we have a little dab of hot glue, and the hole has a 45-degree chamfer that allows the hot glue to rest in there, but not seep through that little M3 sized hole. So there you can kind of see that the hot glue just about kind of creates this little bubble, and that bubble creates a really nice diffuser for the NeoPixel to allow you to kind of see it in all angles, which is really nice because without that, you wouldn't be able to see the light shine through there. Another nifty thing that I did was because the reset and boot buttons are so close, I did something a little bit different. So you can see here that this is our button actuator, right? We've done these sort of buttons before. It's just a little slit for this kind of shape. And then you have this extruded post that actuates and presses on the button. But if you have one that's really, really close, what you could do is you can offset it and then kind of do a tapered angle so that you have more room, more surface area for the bottom layer to attach to the bed. So you can kind of create some separation between the boot and the reset button. So here is the boot button. You can hear that clicking, and then here's the reset button. And yeah, they work pretty good. Let me go ahead and pop this out. So to open the case, you can just use your fingernail to kind of get this open. And you can see here, I'm going to disconnect it. Instead of using screws like I normally do, I have these very short standoffs. Come on. Was it stuck in there? There we go. You get these really short standoffs. They're about 1 millimeter in height. And then you have these little pegs here that that just kind of keep, they press through the 4 mounting holes on the feather, and they just kind of hold it in place. You got your snaps on these edges here, and then you have a nice opening for the USB port. So you got to insert it at an angle to get the USB-C port to pass through. If I can get it. And then those pegs kind of just fit through. You have a little bit of wiggle room just for tolerances in case like you're using a different filament or something. They tend to expand, but for the most part, the thing that'll keep it from popping out is our top cover. Just line up the button actuators with the buttons, and the hole for the STEMMA QT port. Just line it up with the snaps, and then we'll click it together, and there we go. So you have a little bit of wiggle room there, not too bad, and it stays in place because of those pegs. There's a little bit of a drafted angles. The surfaces here are drafted for the STEMMA QT port, just so you have a little bit more area to kind of see and get your STEMMA QT port connector in there, the cable. And that's kind of it, really. So pretty neat. There's a Fusion 360 and a step file available in the Learn Guide. So if you want to stretch it or do anything like that, you can update it. You can update the tabs if you want to have a different tab position, or the distance between the tabs, rather. So yeah, nice snapfit case, no screws needed, prints without any supports, gives you a couple features like button actuation, NeoPixel access, and the STEMMA QT. That's kind of it, guys. So yeah, I think going forward, I'll probably try to do this on other feathers where I have like these nice button repressors, because normally I just have one for the reset button, but a lot of time people can use that boot button to be a user button, so you can do different things, like trigger effects or something if you're powering something. So yeah, check it out. And the hot glue tip, a big shout out to Bill Binko for that, because now we can do our DIY light pipes without having to worry about like fiber optic or nylon filament. So that's pretty cool. This case is pretty opaque anyway, so that's why you're seeing the whole thing light up. That's why I printed it in this black filament too, just to kind of isolate it and kind of make that a little bit more segmented. So that's the case. Very nice.
Just because you mentioned it, a trick that I've used is, what was it for? I think the drone claw, where I needed it to be a certain color, but I didn't want the opaqueness to come out. You just do the filament swap thing. So right where after it prints that, print it black, like the last two layers.
Yeah, that's a good tip. Yeah, it's about 1.5 millimeters thick, so you can do the first layer, a couple colors. I'm trying to open this. And it's gone. Good thing I have another one. Yeah. There you go. So you get a better look there.
Super cool.
Okay.
And that hot glue trick we used on upcoming prototype that we'll show off in a little bit. You can actually shape it to form whatever shape that you want it to. And then with the hot X-Acto knife, you can just cut away to shape it.
Yes,
show
this
that
is
off.
true. Cool. All right, back over in Discord channel.
Do a quick run through of the Learn guide, I guess.
No, we can skip it. It's pretty much what I just talked about. We got to keep moving. And yeah, let's go to prototyping.
Oh, cool. Funny comment. Duester says, hot glue and duct tape. The world is mine.
Yes, it's true.
Cool. DJ Devin reminding us that, 3D printer is pretty much hot glue. Oh, yeah. Yes. Hot glue molds. That's kind of what I did with the prototype.
Oh, right. You could use hot glue to create a custom shape.
Let's go ahead and I guess jump into what are we prototyping?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into what are we prototyping. We're going to spin around.
You want me to bring your screen in?
And yeah.
There it is.
Not Figment, but this little guy here. Kind of upside down. Yeah, so we were supposed to release this for today, for May the 4th, sort of tying in with the Star Wars theme. And what I'm wearing here is that, I don't know, what is it? The headband that was used in Mandalorian, Bo Katan specifically.
Yeah, Bo Katan has a headband.
Yeah, and PT's really into like those like small like LED details, and this was a perfect one to sort of put that in there, since it's just like 4 tiny little LEDs that are illuminating this headband. So I won't take it off so I don't have to redo my hair. But it basically looks like this. And like we were saying before, we're using that hot glue trick to sort of build this diffuser.
So sweet.
How it illuminates the entire area here. And there's a little, show the one that's printed out. There's a little, I don't know, what is this called? Like a little channel in here. And go ahead and fill the channel in here once we insert the LEDs with the hot glue and sort of shave it away. And you get this nice little custom diffused little portion over where your LEDs would be. And that definitely brings out, like, illuminates this entire like square area. Without it, it's it just has like a hot spot on it. So that was a really good tip to use that on. And then the other thing that I was impressed with was just how the threading these LEDs, how good the printer was able to get that in there. So we can just thread these through like a needle, like sewing something.
Okay.
And then on the back, we're using the coin cell battery and this nice little actuator too. It's a little slide switch, turns it on and off. And of course, it's all snap fit. So if we pop this guy out, you can see how this is all mounted in there. It's just the CR2023 mounted on there. I got some screws on there, and then the little case snap fits on there. And the trick with this one, it's so tiny, just a little nub that holds in the actual slidey part.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh wait, it doesn't fall out.
think it flew away. Yeah, that way it doesn't fall out. That was one of the things I was trying to figure out. It's just where did my other slide switch go? Just so I could show it. It's pretty much just a nub, and I'll show it next week. It's this tiny little nub down in here that you can see that it just holds on to itself, so it doesn't fall right out.
Yeah, that's good.
And then this just press fits into the existing slide switch that's in there. This little bit of tolerance in there to snap it in. That's pretty much it. Nice little built our own little elastic band for your head. Just measure that out. And the trick on this one was we were trying to use the not the solids, the surface tool. But then come to find out, we can't actually do embossing in there, so I couldn't get any of that detail to actually go in there. So, but the good thing about that is this is all completely not whatchamacallit, not parametric, but you can go in there and edit your design to measure your head, and you can actually sweep across how large your head is. So I have two sizes. I have like a larger one and like a smaller one. And all it really does is to adjust like how far away it is from your ear. So nice little adjustable, super simple. I guess like the most like slimmed down cosplay that you could do, especially at in the heat outside at Galaxy's Edge. You can walk around with just this little thing and sort of fit.
It looks like the top.
The
top of the headband is the bottom of the layer, right? The bottom, it touches the bottom of the bed, so no supports. I'm assuming.
Yeah, prints up like that. No supports.
Wow.
Did I need any supports for anything? No.
That's good.
So
yeah, right. Let me see here.
Simple little cosplay headband with little LEDs. You see these all around, but none of them have the LED on there. So that's what that looks like without it. And I really should have cut my hair for this.
No, it looks great. The diffuse is really nice with the hot glue, and you have 4 of these LEDs. I'll bring in the product page. So these are SMD LEDs that have like pre-wires on them. And in the shop, they're called miniature.
So tiny.
Yeah, miniature. Yeah, they're the footprint is 0805. So they're basically like, the small LEDs that go on PCBs. They're very, very small. They're already pre-wired, so you don't have to worry about soldering to the tiny spot. But man, they make a nice miniature LED. They come in different colors. We have green, blue, purple, pink, and warm white. Some of them might be out of stock.
Yeah, that's why I'm using the pink and the purple.
Yeah. It's a pack of 5. So you get 5 of them, you get 1 extra one. So you use 4 of them in this design. And the wires are long enough to, did you have to trim the wire? Or
yep, I do have to trim them down. Just depending, if your head's a little bit bigger, then you may not have to, but definitely not something you want to coil around since you're dealing with limited space inside the case. But you are able to chop those down. The only downside of these, how thin the wires are, is none of the wire strippers we have can actually go in there and strip the wires. So I had to do it with an X-Acto knife, which isn't as clean because you
can always burn it away. Just burn it away.
I should try that.
Yeah, maybe not the best idea, but it's always an option.
It smells and stuff, but it might be a little bit cleaner. Maybe I don't know. If anybody has any suggestions, probably should get a wire stripper that goes that tiny.
Yeah, they're very tiny wires for tiny LEDs. Makes sense. And you're using what, the
CR2032?
Oh, 2032.
Yeah, the 20 millimeter one. Yeah. So we have those.
The one with the switch.
Yes, that little guy there.
Yeah, this is a great. It's got mounting holes, 2 grounds. It's always nice to have an extra ground pin, and you have it soldered into the switch pin so that you can turn it on and off. You can swap out the battery.
I was gonna put a resistor on there, but since I knew I was gonna be wearing this outside, I kind of wanted like all the power to, go to the LED. See them outside.
Okay. No resistor. Plus, you already have 4 of them, so the power is distributing between all of them.
Yeah, and I did do some tests between the different colors to see if any of those would dim out, because testing these like blue, especially, and like white, they're always like the most power hungry ones. So if you like hook up a couple other ones, you can immediately see them dim. None of that didn't happen with any of these. So all of the green and blues don't have any effect in the brightness when you combine all of them together. So that's cool.
Cool. That's good. All right. And if folks want to pick up the LEDs or the breakout, you can use coupon code Snapcase and get 10% off your order.
Yeah, these last quite a while.
Yeah, right.
I wore it a couple hours at Galaxy's Edge and had it on the whole time. And because I did model it to my head, it's pretty comfy. So I forgot I was even wearing it.
Yeah, right. It acts as a real headband. Look at that. That's great. Cool.
DJ saying, roll the exact knife between your thumb and the wire. I tried that.
Yeah.
The wire is, or the plastic over the wire is kind of not thick, but hard to get into. I even had a fresh blade, so I can easily trim away at the hot glue.
Yeah, I say just burn it off with a lighter the tip of your soldering iron, which could be bad. So don't do that. It's gonna stink.
Yeah. I mean, we're right by the fume extractor.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be next week. Nice simple little
LED next week. Very cool. It's May, so Star Wars month. I'd say.
Yeah, I think they have like a whole calendar thing where it's like what Revenge of the 5th, and then Sith's the 6th, and then 7 some other thing. Like every number has a Star Wars reference, so it like extends the whole month.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Very nice.
And yes, porgs.
Porgs. All right. So that'll be next week. Very, very fun. Nice. It's good to show projects that don't use a microcontroller and like so much advanced electronics.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna have them like dimming and like have the little cutie pie in there. And Lamar's like, do those even animate? I'm like, oh, good point. They do not.
They don't. Yeah. So cool. All right. Let's move on to, I guess, shop talk. So let's do shop talk. I got a shop talk. So I saw this 3D printed storage box for holding SD cards, and I printed it out, and the built-in hinges like fused to the model. So it kind of gave me a push to like design my own. So I have here is a box with some nice edges and details, and it has a little latch, and it pops open, and it snap fits. But the cool part is that it has this built-in hinge that prints in place. Oh, there we go. Prints in place. And let me go full screen here. I can do that. Yeah. Sorry. So it holds SD cards basically. So it's a storage box, but it has a built-in hinge. They print without any supports. The print actually prints like this. And then has these little grabbers here on the edges, some nubs over here so that it snaps like that. And then has this indentation with a little latch so you can pop it open. And I have compact flash cards. So I have 2 slots for that, and then 4 slots for these SD cards. Big shout out to Charlene for coming up with these little costume stickers for your SD cards. They look like floppy disks. So yeah, this will be next week's Timelapse Tuesday. And it's a pretty neat kind of mechanism for printing in place designs. But that's pretty much it. I tried to kind of make it look like a Star Wars style container with these chamfered edges and stuff. But yeah, support's not needed. You can store your SD cards and your compact flash if you happen to use those. I have a Canon 5D that still uses these, so that's why I'm hanging on to these compact flash cards. But it's a parametric design in Fusion, so you can modify it if you want, like maybe thumbsticks in there, or if you want to increase the height or something, you can do that. And they won't fall out because they have like a good height in there to kind of elevate them so they're leveled and all that. But you can see it all in the design, and it's trying to look like a Star Wars container. So that's my shop talk. The design is on Printables. So if folks want to download it, it's just one part. You just print it out. And here's a look at the Fusion parameters. So you can change the wall thickness, height, length, width. And if you do so, you want to update the hinge positions, because the hinge position is it's kind of tricky. You'll see in the design that the placement of those hinges really depends. So what I did is I set up a joint so you can simulate how it closes and opens, because if they're not in the right spot, it'll close, somewhere else. So it was kind of a neat challenge. So that's kind of why I did it too. But yeah, there is this week's Shop Talk. You can get the costumes stickers from Adafruit too, because we stock them because they're that cool. Yes, very fun. All right, and then GitHub CAD parts. Always mentioned GitHub CAD parts. I have the Feather RP2040 USB host PCB up there. So if folks want to get that, 5723. We got a 3D model of the Feather USB host, so you can get that off our CAD parts. So check those out. And that's pretty much all Shop Talk I got. So we can move on to Community Makes, because we have a lot of them this week.
All right.
And we'll catch up. So where am I here? Here I am. Okay. Any comments that we want to take a look at?
Yep. DJ Devin's printing these out. Everybody's saying happy
cool.
May the 4th.
Yay. A giant SD card. Yeah, that's the compact file.
I missed that one.
Yeah. I mean, you could customize it to hold your Nintendo Switch games too, I suppose. That'd be fun. That'd be a good one.
Mm-hmm. Like, where do we have? Where did you guys put the ones in here? Oh, it's in this thwomp. I forget we have.
Oh yeah, thwomp. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I still like that one. It has lots of things. There's also a Nintendo cartridge that like opens. There's so many great designs.
Yeah.
Like that. Remember that one? It like slides out of the Nintendo NES cartridge. That was a cool one too. Yeah, lots of fun
one
ones.
where it's like the Master Sword where it slides out.
Oh, yesterday I saw one. I'm just excited about it. If you go to our Adafruit thing, our profile, go to like models. Look at this one. This was also printed place. It's a Pokemon ball. Like, there's so many cool designs, and it's free. It holds like actual Game Boy cartridges, but it's cool that it prints in place.
This is different.
Yeah, they do look different. They're chonky boys, but yeah, that hinge is really nice. And you get different colors and stuff. I'll have to put this on the blog, but yeah, if you're a Game Boy fan and Pokemon, this is a really fun one too.
Very cool.
Very cool. Yeah, I just had to throw that in.
Yeah, I gotta start trying to play again for anticipation of Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes, the next
Monday, right? Not this Monday, right? I got it on order.
The 12th. What is the 12th? The Friday, next Friday.
Monday. Wait.
Yeah.
What month am I? Oh, wrong month.
You're in the wrong month. Yeah, we're in May.
Friday. Next Friday.
Yeah. Yes.
Great. I'm not gonna get any work done trying to figure it out.
Well, that's why it's coming out on Friday, so it'll be the weekend.
Oh,
I have it on pre-order, so
if anybody has suggestions for what shield or sword or clothes we have to remake, all of them.
Throw us ideas. Yeah, what's our next prop?
You guys think is the most coolest one?
Yeah.
Does like motors and stuff too, right? Is that what Dan was showing off? Or was that something?
Yeah, it has a stepper motor ports.
Dude,
so you have like easy screw block terminals for plugging things in. So can't wait for it. That's the prop maker. And the new prop maker, you've seen it.
Suggestions. Like you're gonna do the Doom Hammer.
I want to do a Doom Hammer and also the updated lightsaber and dark saber. We want to do some ray guns. Yeah, ray guns are always cool. But which one?
I don't know.
So many ray guns.
Squid saying that he took Friday off for Zelda.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. That's a
the way to do it, man. It is.
Cool. All right, do we want to do community makes? Catch
let's
up on
go and
last
jump
week's.
into- Yeah, last week, since it's going to be paired with that Epcot ball you've been working on in the background there, Phil
Yes.
B suggested that we need to have Figment in there as well.
Yeah, this is a great design by Rad Dad Steve on Thingiverse and Printables. Has lots of awesome snap fit, multicolored prints. So this is Figment. The mascot for Disney World's Epcot is a dragon, a purple dragon.
So I'm always worried. I always worry about printing objects like this where it has so many little pieces. It's like, I don't know, is everything going to fit? Is everything going to print out correctly? And I saw this a while ago. I always dreaded printing this, but
yeah,
suggestion from Phil B, you got to follow through. So here's this guy, and it came out excellent. I'm super happy with the way that all the pieces actually fit in. You do have to use some hot glue to attach everything, which is fine. That works
or
out.
super glue. Yes.
Super glue I did have to use for the head and the neck.
Yeah, me too.
There. So I used super glue and then the spray activator so that it would adhere nice and fast. So you can kind of see where that attaches. And the rest is all hot glue. So kind of a bit of a tedious in attaching all these teeny tiny little nails. I wish that he had modeled it to just have it be filament, like pieces of filament. Because that's pretty much the diameter size of all these, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
I had to do like a lot of shaving, so because I did use a brim on the bottom so they wouldn't fly off. I did print, like a pack of 6 of them all at the same time, just so I'm not sitting there forgetting about a teeny tiny little print. And then for cooling too, so the head moves out of the way and allows this teeny tiny little, looks like a little dot to be able to print and cool down in time before it gets to the next layer, so it doesn't melt. And then the back, I forgot to add an interface layer for the support material, so it looks kind of not the best.
Yeah.
Other than that,
mine did too. Yeah, so it's only the head needs supports, but everything else prints out without supports. Mm-hmm. And same thing on me. No interface layer, so it's a little crunchy. But it's the back of the head, so you don't really see it. Yeah, brims on all of these, they come in sets. The STLs for the spikes come in sets, so it's easy to print them all out. Just add a brim to the wings too. The belly prints without any supports, and of course the body too. It fit on our Ender Creator Crowd T3, so it fits on that bed, and it's just the right size for that. I got some under extrusion a little bit here. Maybe I was printing too fast, but it still worked out pretty well. The belly snap fits, so it can still pop out. You just got to find some nice like pink, light pink or peach filament.
Yeah, it was the problem I was running into.
Yeah, right.
There's the cutouts for the purple. That thing is garbage.
Oh, the silk stuff can be tricky.
Yeah. So I had to wait a week to order this lilac purple.
Yeah, the lilac purple. Where did you get your lilac purple?
On Amazon? Just Amazon. It's like a no-name brand.
This is lilac purple from Matter Hackers. Their PLA build series. They have a really good quality PLA. It's only like $20, so it's not expensive.
Okay.
But yeah, you just need the orange, yellow for the eyes, and black for the pupils.
Oh yeah.
And just
I didn't glue in the eyes, so those pop right out.
Oh really? They pop in? Okay. Yeah. Mine were popping in good, but I ended up gluing them in place. And then your tongue is like
a lot of shaving.
Yeah.
Oh, I like your tongue. So you can like.
That is funny. Yeah, mine snapped fit into the mouth, so that's gonna stay there now.
I thought it did, but yeah, you can actually take it out if I want to do that.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, it was that good that I had to print it too. Oh, he goes.
I know. Even PT wanted one for the office, so I sent one off. Hopefully, it gets in one piece.
Yeah.
If not, re-hot glue everything in there.
There's a good little breakdown on
this is what made me dread printing this out.
Yeah, it just looks like a lap, but it's not, because, like I said, the STL for the spikes are grouped. So just make sure you print them out with a brim, and they all print at the same time. But yeah, Really, really good designs. Red Dad Steve. And check out Red Dad Steve's profile on Printables and Thingiverse.
Characters.
There's a lot of great ones.
Whoa, there's even more
Garfield.
since I looked.
Yeah, so many good ones.
Speedy.
Like 4 pages, Pinocchio.
Wow.
Some obscure characters. Calvin and Hobbes. Jiminy Cricket. Tasmanian Devil. Wally from Dilbert. Yeah. There's Figment. All the Looney Tunes. Oh, the Akira bike.
Oh, wow.
That's great. I didn't know that. Hey, it's Astro from the Jetsons. What Tweedledee and Tweedledum, I think. Brock from Pokemon. And they're all about the same, where you print each piece and snap them together, glue them together. Wow. Charlie Brown.
Oh, Kermit.
There's Kermit. Yeah. I actually have the Kermit one over here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so the Kermit one's really nice too. Where am I?
And the same thing, you just the piece of snap?
Yeah, the piece of snap and glued together.
Oh.
Yep.
That one's really good. Holy crap.
That's really good, right? Yeah. It's not easy being green.
No, just goes to show that you can get these multicolored prints without using the what is it?
Yeah, multi-extruder. Oh, there's Cheshire Cat. Oh wow, the Caterpillar, Winnie the Pooh. There's Kermit. All amazing.
DJ Devin, have you tried using a 3D print to fill in the gaps? He's been thinking about getting one for that purpose.
Oh, the pen, the 3D printing pen. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little bit messy when I've tried to do that. Yeah. I feel like you have to have wood burning iron, soldering iron that you can attach the X-Acto knife to, so it's nice and hot. So you can sort of like clean that out. That's the only thing about that. Once you blob it on there, you got to like remove it, and it could be a little bit hard too. Like it's the flow coming out of a 3D print isn't what I expected it to be.
Yeah,
like it needs finer control to be able to retract. It's the ones that we've used anyway were kind of slow.
Yeah, I guess it depends. Like if you're going to sand it down anyway, then yeah, that could be a good option to fuse two parts together, sand it down. It's kind of like welding, right? So
might as well just use a soldering iron. Yeah, maybe soldering iron and then just a little bit of the filament to go in there and sort of lay it down.
Really? I don't know. I would still get the pen. You never know what you might find useful with it. Yeah. Nowadays, I think the models are much slimmer and better motors. So they're probably better builds. Yeah, you can like pick one up from like Michael's, an art craft store now. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the rest of the community makes. Yeah, we still got 20 minutes, so that's good because there is a lot to go through. Woo. Okay, let's see here. So first up, in our screen again, we got a Raspberry Pi Zero stand. Oh no, my internet. And this nice Galaxy glitter filament from Prusament. This was posted up by username LF on Printables. Looks really good. Nice print. It's a great little stand. Just a generic kind of stand for Raspberry Pi Zero form factor. And I'm starting from the bottom here. Next up is the iPhone. Yeah, all the way to the bottom. I'm working my way up. Next up is a TPU flexible print. This is an iPhone case. This was posted up by CB printed on a auxiliary Sidewinder X2. And it's just this kind of case bumper thing for the iPhone. I forget which iPhone. iPhone X, the first 10, remember? Yeah, so that was posted up. Very cool. Then we have a remix of a enclosure for feathers posted up on Thingiverse by Thingiverse user A Holden. They posted up their remix here. Looks like it's holding an OLED feather wing. And they added their own kind of mounting bits to it. So it looks good. The comment says photos are from the version that I printed with the exterior screw holes that were too high, so I trimmed those down, and they got the files uploaded too. So yeah, check it out. We got a feather case. Next up, we have another remix. This is of the CO2 monitor, posted up on Thingiverse by Thingiverse user, same user actually. It's for the sensor, the CO2 sensor from forget their name. I think it's in Sirion. It's the SCD30. Yeah, it's a nice case for it, and it's got like the cool CO2 holes there that are for the holes. Very nice. Next up, we got another iPhone case. Let's see which one it is. Young in the Boss on Thingiverse posted up their iPhone case. This is the iPhone 13 Pro and Mini. So I wonder if it's TPU. It says it's printed on an Ender S1 Pro.
Maybe.
Cool. I think it's flexible. It doesn't say what filament, but it's designed for flexible filament, so we're just going to assume it's TPU. And after that, we have the air quality monitor. This is really cool. This is posted up by Mando5. We actually saw a sneak peek of this on one of the previous shows on Discord.
Oh, nice.
They posted it up with their nice acrylic kind of diffuser here for the LEDs, and they got GIF support on it.
What?
Yeah,
I was going to say, what is that little square?
It's either a GIF, maybe it's not a GIF. Not sure, but it's really cool. First make there. And Mando says, love Adafruit. Thank you for the design. And Pedro, you designed that one, so good job. Cool. What else? Oh, on to the prop world. We have a make of the Halo Energy Sword, posted up by State Farm of Jake. Jake from State Farm. Very cool, very famous. Posted up this really nice print. It's a multi-part print. You can light it up or not. You don't have to light it up. People have printed it without the lights. Just super cool too. All right. And we have something from the Book of Boba. Soren Anderson posted up their make of the Tusken Raider staff that screws together. No supports on this one. You just screw everything together. Printed in multiple parts, different colored parts, and it's super tall. It's like a meter long. Very, very tall. 3 feet. Yeah. And you can get that on printables. With the current Super Mario Brothers movie, people are printing a lot of our planters. So this is posted up on printables. We see this before? I don't remember, but it's in there. But that's cool. They're printing all the different Mario-inspired planters with different succulents, cacti, you name it. And even a Venus flytrap. That's very nice. With the right type of peat moss. That's legit. Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. And
perfect timing. They just came out of dormancy.
That's right. Oh yeah, and they did. Cool. And then moving along.
Oh yeah.
Another prop sword. This one's from Zelda Breath of the Wild. From Darkham C posted this up. It says it was a challenge. Took some time, but the result is awesome. Yes. So they got their Guardian Sword plus printed out and lit up.
Get tired of seeing this.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? Yeah, people love it.
Was it on Instagram? That one dude who like routinely cosplays for Nintendo as Link uses all of our props, which is so cool.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, the shield, the
shield,
and
the freaking chain blade, the freaking what else? A couple ones that we have in there that he uses.
Yeah, I forget
them all.
Yeah, I forget them all.
This guy, the chain blade, saw blade, whatever.
Yeah, saw blade. Blade saw?
Blade saw.
I don't know. I just made it up. All right. And on to more utilitarian stuff. We got another make of the heat press insert rig. Yeah, this was posted up by Lambo Man. Looks like they got their parts printed, waiting on the hardware. It's looking good. And back to Zelda, Legend of Zelda. We got the Highland Shield remixed. This was really nice. This was posted up by Merit44 on Thingiverse. And they have a good message. They said they split it up so it prints better on their Ender 3. Existing remixes weren't really what I was looking for. I'll add photos if it prints successfully. Currently waiting on material. So that's very nice. So they split it up. So folks, if you want to get this printed on a smaller printer, you can print this up. And you can see here that we printed it in 2 halves, right? Although nowadays you can probably print it in 1 piece.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, this was printed
Which I
so
have
long
done,
ago.
a smaller one.
Yeah. Oh my god, you made this in 123D.
Oh crap! Wow, that's how old it is.
Yeah. But lots of folks have made it, so it's really cool to see it remixed so that folks can print it on their smaller printers. Yeah, all sorts.
The kitty cat version.
Yeah, there's a lot of Highland Shield designs. So
I didn't realize.
Find one that works for you, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Find one that works for you. So
this is always humbling when you look back at, what is it, 2015?
2015. We had like a Type A machine.
You're always in the weeds working on the next thing. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you didn't paint it? Or no, you did paint it. You did some masking tape.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Actually, cool. No, the red, the gold, it's all just Ninja Flex. I just
Ninja Flex. So that it wraps around. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, next up, we have, this one's fun. So posted up by SMYSNK on Thingiverse. They made like a bunch of the NeoPixel LED torches. No comments on it. They printed on a Prusa i3 MK3, but it's cool to see, like, I don't know, maybe it's for some sort of theater play show. Looks like they spray painted it. Yeah, right. No some sort of theater.
Like a movie set or something?
Maybe. What? Yeah. So that's a bunch of them. That's cool to see so many of them printed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only have one.
Be used in film or whatever.
Yeah, some sort of play maybe. Yeah, very cool to see. And it looks good in that spray paint. So
it'd be funny if, you know how there's like all these dedicated like people that, like, anytime a movie or Star Wars thing comes out, they're always like searching for, all right, where did they get this prop?
That's funny. Yeah, right.
It was for like the liquor that the Grief gave to Mando, like the bottles.
Right, they got that
biscuits. They found out where the travel biscuits came from.
That's funny.
Like the cups that they're using.
Right. And the last one is another Halo short, posted up by Gilly D06, and they got it lit up. Is it lit up or is it glow in the dark filament? I'm not sure. Oh, it is glow in the dark. Allman PLA glow in the dark. That's a good glow in the dark filament.
I have that one.
Yeah. That's really good. Man, that's really glowy. I thought there was LEDs in there. No, it's just glow in the dark filament. That's great. And that is all the community makes, I think. Shout out to everybody for posting up their makes. It's very, very fun. Very cool. I'm glad we're caught up and we allocated enough time.
There's always so many.
I don't think we did this last community make. It's more of the Timelapse Tuesday. It's these Bowser rings that you found.
Oh, yeah.
Designed by Big Over Easy on Thingiverse. There's 4 different designs: turtle shell, Goomba, Koopa shell, and a spiky shell. So what do you got here?
I got the Bowser shell one. Yeah. So man, you seem to be on this this little trend of everything being printed out, all the different colors just snapping in. No different. This thing snaps in of all the different parts. So the green, all that comes out. I didn't glue any of this together, but yeah, I was quite happy that all the tolerances fit. Again, I'm always wary of stuff like this. It's like, oh man, it's not going to fit together. But yeah, this is freaking cool. It's so adorable. Look at that.
Yeah.
And I think the ring is a base. It'll fit any of the other, like, whatchamacallits. So that's a really good way to align things. These little 3 tabs that are on there. Just go on.
Oh yeah, the 3 tabs. I see.
Yeah, so that's a really good way to do that. It just snaps in. The ring size, I don't know what the size is. I forget what my ring finger was. but it fits my ring finger. Or
Oh, there's different sizes of ring fingers.
no, I think it's just one. Like you would have to just. Oh man, it scared me. Thought it was gonna get stuck. It's like no, I gotta cut it off.
Oh no. Cool. Well, I
Yeah,
see
it's, so the thing that you download, just download the entire zip. It has like a little photo. Oh, that's right there. That third image right there. It shows you what goes with what color to print it in, and whatnot. But it's an excellent geometry. It all prints nice.
Yeah.
It's gotta have all the colors.
Cool.
And it just fits together. Excellent job.
I'll have to post to make. Nobody's made it yet, or at least posted about it.
Oh yeah, I gotta post it. Yeah.
There you go.
I was gonna do the shell at first, but you can't go wrong with having the spikes on there too.
Yeah, I like the spike. Spike's the best. Looks like they painted it too a little bit, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised.
Very cool.
Yep, that was this week's Timelapse Tuesday.
Yeah.
Super
cool. All right. Well, I didn't think we'd have enough time, but yeah, right. But I guess I got one last prototype. In the thumbnail, you might have noticed a bird. We got another canary. Yeah. We got another IoT Canary project. So this is a bird. This is my first kind of T-spline modeling that I did in Fusion. And it's got a NeoPixel 5x5 Grid BFF with the Py ESP32. And this is going to be a collab project with Katney Rambor, who's on the Adafruit team. And Katney wants to make a night light. This is inspired by the band They Might Be Giants. They have a blue canary night light, and she wanted to make an IoT one. So it'll turn on when it's when the sun rises and turn off when the sun sets. Kind of like the star fragment lamp, but I think a little bit different. So this is the white PLA Prusa filament with some clear filament on the bottom to house the Py. And I'm just using some CircuitPython LED animation code right now just to light up in different colors. But this prints without any support material, which is kind of interesting. You can see here it under extrudes a bit, or it's kind of hard to cover it, but you know, it's okay.
Maybe try 4 shells.
So I designed it to be only 2 shells thin, so that it's got them. Yeah, well, maybe I want it to be like the most illuminated, so that's why I made it as thin as possible. Any lighter and it'll be kind of, you know, not good. But I think it's good enough. You really don't notice this part unless you point it out. But it was a lot of fun to learn how to kind of model something so organic. It was my first time kind of doing that. Yeah. Got a beak, 2 eyes, wings, and a tail. No supports. Nice. You could do supports, but I didn't want to do it. So
no, because of the tail, the way that it's pointing up.
Yeah, I think it's got a nice illumination.
Yep, you're at a good 45 there.
Yeah, it's pretty good for the tail, especially. Like it ended up catching really well.
Up to like 70, right? 70 degrees. Sometimes you're cooling on the cooling fan is good enough. You should be able to do 70 degrees.
Right.
Yeah, I was trying to do the T-spline for the headband, but like we mentioned before, the embossing does not work on it.
Right. Yeah.
Like a little bit of model that in.
Yeah, the tail's a little, but not bad. When it's lit up and from a distance, it looks perfect. So yeah, you could also send this off to a PCB way and get it printed in like really nice resin. You do the translucent stuff.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to how a hollow shape would print out with the resin.
I think pretty good. Yeah. So that's we'll give Katney a couple, maybe 2 weeks or so to write the code and do the learn guide for it. But that's what we got. Local lab project, IoT Canary. So all right, we still got 5 minutes. Let's also mention, of course, the coupon code for today is Snapcase. So use that if you want to pick up some stuff. Later tonight, we have another coupon code from Ask an Engineer. So that'll be fun. We invite you to come on Show and Tell tonight. Lamar and Phil will be hosting this week. So I think I'll be on there. I'll show off the case. Are you going to come on?
I think I'll show up. What did I not show off yet? I was like sick last week, so I didn't.
Yeah.
Things a blur. It's freaking allergies. Oh, I think the Pi camera. I guess I could show
the Pi
that
camera.
off.
Did you show that off? I don't think so.
I did not go on. No.
Yeah. So you can show off the Pi camera, and we'll see folks there.
Let's see, comment here from DJ Devon saying that most slicers have the emboss feature. Oh, it's because, yeah, I'm doing fillets, so when it prints out, there's no overhang on the indents here. Yeah. I don't know if you can do fillets onto.
Yeah, I don't know either. I didn't know that Process Slicer had that. Yeah, let's check it out.
So there's fillets all on the inside here, so when it prints up, there's no overhangs. There's no droopiness.
Cool. All right. Well, next week we'll talk about the Bo Katan bands, and then the Epcot ball finally will come out the week after, because I got to start documenting.
Yep, I got the LEDs in. So glue those in and.
Oh right, yeah. I'll ask Lamar too if we can get those in stock, because they're out of stock right now. I'm looking for them. Do you notice our site has a different search now? It doesn't do live anymore.
Maybe
which is
too much.
I kind of like, but I kind of don't like. Maybe, I'm not sure, but it feels like it's new. Maybe PT will talk about it. But yeah, these aren't in stock right now. These are the Epcot. These are used in the Epcot ball. They're really nice NeoPixels. Maybe they're on DigiKey. Let's click on the DigiKey button. Yeah, you got 17 in stock. You will need 6 of them because there's a total of 256 LEDs.
Need 6 packs?
Yeah, because 256.
How many did you send me? 5?
Maybe you don't have enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought it was too many. But what?
No. 5? Well, because there's only 50 in one pack. You need 256.
Okay.
So you might need to.
I'll start at the top. So.
No, you got to start at the bottom. Start at the bottom and work your way up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you a photo of how it's set up, but yeah, these are great. Yeah, we'll see if we can get those in stock. There are, like I said, a dozen left in DigiKey, so maybe get 1 or 2 off DigiKey before they sell out DigiKey. Yeah. Cool.
All right, cool. I think that's it for the show. We got 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. We made it. We got
close it out.
Enough time to spare. So we hope to see folks on Show and Tell tonight. We'll be there. And then Ask an Engineer is on tonight as well. That's a lot of things. Yes. A lot of lights. Yep. We were going to actually do more. We're going to do like 400 or 500.
Oh my God, it was going to be a pixel map and all this craziness.
Yeah, I'm glad Phil B was like, don't worry about do a lower version of the geodesic sphere. I was like, yes, that'll do. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tonight. And we'll see you next week. But until then,
don't forget,
remember
to make a great day.
A great day. Bye, everybody.
Good night.